addiction today. My name is Aizi, and you will do well to subscribe to our channel. Click on the like and the subscribe button so that you can see subsequent videos when I drop them. Alright, so today I'm talking about addiction. What is addiction, and what could be those things that causes addiction? And now, first of all, let me make something clear. Addiction does not have to do with drugs alone. It's not when someone is addicted to drugs or drinking or smoking that is only when it is addiction. Addiction is when you are constantly, it's something you are constantly involved with that you can't do without. It has become a part of your life. I mean, if you have not done that in a day, you're not at peace with yourself, you will see yourself struggling. Have you ever seen someone who is addicted to cocaine? You see how they behave. Until they get their stuff, they are not themselves. You see them acting up, you see them misbehaving, their whole body is malfunctioning, they are scratching, they are jerking and all. Anything you are addicted to, that is how the consequence effect of your lack of that thing is. For instance, someone who has become addicted to sex. I mean, have you seen men who are addicted to sex? Like, if they are not with a woman 24 hours, they are not themselves. You see them scrolling through their phone, trying to see the next available person to come with them. You will see them being hyperactive, trying to, by all means, will go out there, will go out there, go look for whoever hookup girl that is available. They will pick them up just to make sure when the night comes, they have somebody in their bed with them. That is addiction. Now, there are others who probably, it is food. I mean, you can see someone eating like 6 times a day, and not that this food they are eating in just small portions, heavy portions of food. Like every 4 hours, they are hitting the kitchen, or they are hitting the restaurant for food. They are making orders for food. They will eat good food. They will top them with junks, dessert, drinks, and everything. They are not tired. You can't ever see such people being tired of eating because they are addicted to eating. Now, also, there are people who are addicted to, just about anything. There are people who have become addicted to reading. I mean, even in odd times, when they are not supposed to focus on reading, you see them reading. In odd places, you see them studying because they have become addicted to studying. So, this addiction we are talking about is not just something that happens in the negative aspect alone. And remember what they say, too much of everything is bad. When you become addicted, you do that thing too much and it is bad. No matter what it is, when you do it too much, it is bad. Have you not seen people who, because of they study too much, they read too much, they become mental? They become mental. Their head is not stable again, So, addiction is something that we have to watch, actually. You have to keep close watch about it. Monitor yourself. Make sure no matter how you like this thing, you're not addicted to it. And that is why a coach who realized that he has become addicted to his coaching job set out time and said, okay, I won't be coaching every day again. I will skip 4 days a week and make my coaching 3 days. The other 4 days, I will use them to focus on other activities. And that is why someone who has become addicted to smoking, for instance, will say, okay, if I was taking 2 packets of cigarettes a day, I will reduce it to 1. I'll make sure I don't burn more than 1 packet a day. And that is why someone you see is addicted to drinking will say, oh, if I was taking six bottles of jars of ale, I'm going to be taking 3 instead. You cut it down, and over time, if you can overcome 3 out of 6, you'll say, okay, I'm going to cut it down to 1. You're trying to overcome it. It is a gradual process. So, whatever thing you think you are addicted to, some people are addicted to their beliefs. Like, you're addicted to your belief to a point that you don't accept nothing else. No matter how truthful it is, you don't accept it. You don't want to know any other truth except that you are believing, except that has been put in you and you not believe that it is it. And you ride with it with pride sometimes foolishly without knowing that yours might be even wrong. You know, this is what addiction is. So, in all walks of life, there are several methods or several places or several positions where people become addicted to one thing or the other. So no matter where you are or who you are, what you do, watch and guide your steps and what you do. If you know and you notice that you're addicted, if you know and you notice that you're being addicted, be it to a wrong thing or the right thing, what is to make sure you guide your steps in whatever you're doing, not to inflict yourself with your addiction or even affect other people's life with it. Because one thing about life is whatever we choose to do, whatever we do, we somehow have cause and effect to whatever we do. So it is either what you do, you are affecting yourself with it or another person with it. And one thing that causes addiction a lot is depression. One major factor that causes addiction is depression. A lot of people, due to the fact that they are depressed, they tend to develop new characters, new attitude, new ways of life. And at the end of the day, some of these ways of life or these adventures or this new pattern of life they choose can be what they will become addicted to. Some people will become addicted to pills because they were depressed, and over time it became their lifestyle. To overcome it at the end of the day become a problem. You know, that is why we constantly say, whatsoever it is your challenge is, always talk to people about it. Depression is real. A lot of people are suffering from it, and it has sent generation of people into the below life standard. And if the first person who inflicted the second or infected the second person has spoken to a counselor, a guide, or someone he could confide in, maybe, just maybe, the rest people who became victims of his own depression may not have gone there. Okay, let's take instances now, right? Imagine a father, right, who was working and earning and taking care of his family. Then suddenly he got sacked from work, right? And he became depressed. Of course, this was formerly a known person to his family, where everybody comes to seek counsel, and he tells them what to do, and when they go do it, they realize that what their dad or their guardian or their person told them worked for them. He was a known person, a voice to reckon with, right? But he lost his job and he sank into depression because he's not being able to meet his own responsibilities as a man anymore. Now, because he is depressed, the counsel he began to give to his siblings, who usually look up to him, his kids, his wife, became wrong advices. Even the tone with which he talks to them alone make them shiver in fear. And at the end of the day, some of them began to scare away from their father, some of them began to run away from their brother, some of them began to not believe in anything that has to do with whatever doctrine or belief or anything or pattern of life this their brother has told them is the best before he became depressed and everything totally changed for him. Now, the subsequent effect of all of this to these people around him is that some of them went to depression, some of them, take the wrong turn or the wrong route to life, and some of them even change their beliefs. But if he had had a counselor, if he had had somebody to talk to, he can confide in, probably he will have overcome those situations better and probably explain the situation to his children and his family so that they will understand him, and even probably his family would help him overcome the situation better, right? And at the end of the day, he will become a better person. That is why we encourage everyone, if you are depressed, if you are suffering from addiction, if you are being affected or infected by any social vices that has traumatized your life to become a non-productive person to the society or to humanity, I encourage you to talk to someone, talk to a counselor, talk to a guide, talk to a coach, talk to a motivator, someone you can trust with your discreet information and secret, and be sure that they are safe even why they are trying to help you overcome them. That is why our channel, our pages, our DM, our messengers, our phone number, our WhatsApp, everything is available. Our emails are open and available for you to reach us from anywhere around the world. We are hoping that we'll be hearing from as many as possible. Let us help you. Let us share ideas. I can tell you how I overcome my depression. I can tell you the experience of other people and how they overcome, So let's share ideas together and become better people to each other at the end of it. That is all I hope to achieve at the end of the day. Better society for all of us. Thank you very much for listening to this broadcast, and I hope you enjoyed it and learned from it. Once again, my name is Sir Easy, and I hope you subscribe and encourage us in what we do.